Yo, 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 the Patio PolitiCz. We hear you here. We thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you may be. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with me and a few others that's better than me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me steer y'all in the wrong direction. When I do, they're going to make sure you get back to it. As you can see, there are familiar faces at the table from the left to the right. Go ahead and tell the people who you is real quick.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Leona, a.k.a. Lily from Compton.
Whoa.
My name is Miss Michelle. I am the founder of the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, live and in full effect. Las Vegas.
Yay. Kendon from the Rider for Life family. Y'all already know what's happening.
Yes. And y'all already know who I am, Wildmouth, the man himself, the rowdy one. You know what I'm saying? King Mac Millie is in your presence. All hail. Mm-hmm. But all hail is about to break loose because on today's topic of Underneath the Patio, my mouth getting juicy.
Uh-oh.
P versus the D.
Oh, my goodness.
Unleashing the power. Who is more superior?
I gotta go live on this topic. We have to. Put it over here with us. We up in here, y'all.
I'm just
How
gonna
y'all
put a
doing?
potato chip in my mouth right now.
Is it spicy? Is it hitting them buds? Hey, man. We gonna go ahead and hit the thing because, the heat is around. It's rising in the room. We about to sweat today.
Hold on.
I better know.
Patio PolitiCz. We'll be right back after the theme.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Yes. We hope you stay a while, because if you don't, Killer K, tell them what's going to happen to him, man.
You might end up duct tape and some freaky shit going on.
Oh, shit.
Apparently now.
Oh, shit. We're going to use some duct tape? We getting crazy like that?
Whoa, hold on. Let me.
Wasn't ready for the duct tape, was you now? Yeah, we're going to duct the tape up nice, get it real sticky.
Oh, my God.
It's funny how I have them saying it. It's just classic. I just love it. Oh my God. The power of the P and the power of the D. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Who is more superior? We got two ladies. We got two gents. We gonna get down to the bottom of it. Make sure y'all leaving a comment.
Speaking of superiority.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of. But in being a gentleman, I guess we'll let the ladies go first and kind of configure which one that they feel is more superior and why. Power of the P or power of the D. And for those of you that don't know, power of the pussy, power of the dingalang, you know what we talking about. Get into it.
Dangalang.
This is different terms. Penis, vagina. Go to the technical.
The sacred parts.
Yeah.
Girl, you want to let them know how we the
I'll
best anyway.
I will let them know.
Is superior. Go on and let them know.
Hey, hold on.
Why the power of the P is
Before
superior.
y'all let us know, have y'all ever had pussy before? Like,
no.
Okay, here's the
strictly
thing.
dick.
No, I'm strictly dick.
how do you know the power of your own P?
Well, because I live with it for 55 years now.
Come
So
on
I'm,
with it. Come on.
trying to
Hold on.
Message.
Put it on her.
trying to help this young man up in here today. You understand?
You know, I gotta ask them triggering questions. I gotta get it out.
Well, here's the thing. It is a universal understanding, that pussy is just, it rules the world, period. That's
Come
it.
on.
That's it. That's all. We can end the show now. I'm going home.
Come on.
We rule the world. I mean, we bring life. We give life. We'll take your life. I mean, I'm just, pick your poison. Pussy rules the world. Straight up.
With help, of course.
Yeah. Always with help. Always with help.
However, you can't do what we do.
Indeed.
Even with help.
Indeed.
There's this meme.
No argument right
There's
there.
this meme that I thought was very bothersome just because of how it was set up. It was a little girl and a little boy, and they were standing, I guess, at a beach or something like that, and the little girl had pulled her drawers open, and the little boy was looking inside, and the caption said, "Your whole world is inside of here."
Exactly. Capture that.
I was just like, damn, she ain't lying.
It's the truth.
She ain't lying.
See, I'm glad you understand.
Give a
Mac.
life or take a life. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
But while I'm in there, I'm gonna steer how I want to and see where that get us.
Well, you go right on ahead. We're going to bring you right back like we've been doing.
Kat, you gonna agree with that? The power of the P wins.
I'm gonna say ultimately, yeah.
come on, give us the right answer
Only
now.
because it serves a greater purpose beyond procreation, which we can argue that the D2, as
we
well.
We help give that.
But we do help give that, but single-handedly, and man, me also being in the delivery room and seeing what the ladies go through.
Come on now.
Tell them, Kendon.
I mean,
Come
yeah,
on now.
yeah.
Message.
I gotta give it to the P, but now when you see the level of submission that happens when the vulnerability is taking place, now that's a whole nother topic.
That's where
We
we
can talk
gain the
about
power.
that, too.
That's where we gain the power.
We can talk about that too. That's where you think you've gained the power.
Okay.
We can't have no power in no space of this situation.
Not that.
Is that what you're saying?
We talking about the power of the P versus the power of the D. Correct?
So I mean,
Correct.
Ain't
yeah.
no power of the D.
Because they better know we got people chiming in talking about the D puts the power into the P though before anything happens. Hold on.
Yeah, but the P is what inspires the power.
I like your
Because
audience.
it's beautiful and it's elegant
right, okay.
and it's graceful and it's just like I feel like with a woman like we can go out and get it, but it's like, do we want to get it? We have that type of option.
Right.
Dudes, y'all can try to get it from whoever y'all can, but it's like, do y'all have the options like us?
Right.
Like
That's real. That's real.
Like we could just be like, you know what? I want something from him. I'm gonna call him up. But if it's like reverse with the woman, it's just like, well, let me hit her up. Damn, is she gonna let me come over or not? You got to play the waiting game. So it's kind of like in our
that.
hands.
She gonna let me.
Like,
It depends on your caliber of individual.
Exactly.
I would say, what I mean?
Because if your
when you-
stable is intact, then you know which one you're getting on the back of. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, say that.
Right,
Say
right.
that. Because it can be flip game for a man too. You feel me? If he's not one that think with his
Yeah.
other head as opposed to his other head.
Right.
Come on.
So
Right. But when we talk about power, though, I'm just letting y'all know.
Overall.
I'm keeping y'all on
So
subject
y'all
today.
at
Come on,
99.
Come on, let it.
Y'all
let
at
it
99 and
know,
y'all
let
at
it know.
100 as
We
far
are
as the power.
pussy rules the world. Get over it. It's okay.
Hey, I ain't
What's
got no
that-
problem with
what's
it.
the sweetie
I-
son pussy?
I tell people all the
It
time,
rules the
God
world.
ain't put
You can
nothing
dive
more
in it if you ever
gorgeous.
get cold. Like everything.
Ain't nothing more gorgeous or more beautiful than the anatomy of a woman on this
Correct.
earth.
and
Yes.
one thing that I learned is that women are internal,
Yes.
men are external.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think that just the way that we design, it shows a lot about our power personally.
Exactly.
Because we can argue that,
We-
there is power, but really the ultimate power is in the balance of power. And there's places that you can get to individually. Now we can talk about pleasing yourself individually as a woman or as a man, but you ain't gonna be able to reach them heights unless you got the.
We giving power. They taking power.
Hey, look, that's a good one. We got the plus and we got the negative.
What is happening over here?
I don't know. That's it over here.
See, that makes me think about my church days. Seriously.
Those be the ones.
Because
Those
like
be the
when people
ones.
think you get up there and preaching with them homiletics, the power, like you got some power. When you could just teach and change a life.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do all that homiletics, all that humping, and what you think is a power. The long dong, the anaconda. I'm just saying,
Long
whatever.
dong.
That ain't no power. Power is in what the understanding and the foundation of it. Pussy is the foundation of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can jack off all day. You ain't procreating nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
You putting your seat on the ground. You can't even do nothing without pussy. Pussy rules the world. Get over it, okay? I'm just trying to tell y'all. That ain't even no argument. Who came up with this subject matter?
So,
more.
it comes about how it comes about, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all feel so strong about the power of the P, can we at least highlight some strengths about the power of the D?
Okay, now we can
and
do
what the
that.
power of the
Okay.
D is?
Sure.
You want to start at the lows with it? Would it be little?
I mean,
Like,
hey, wherever y'all want
me.
to
If
start.
you working hard working woman, you ain't about to do 40 hours plus to come home to no little D. I'm not doing. I'm sorry.
What's little?
I can't.
What's little? Some
Biting the sausage, like
some men need
like
the inches.
pinky, you know,
They need the inches so they could be like, shit, she talking to me.
We need some bubbles. We need some bubbles bust on here. Go ahead, give them the truth.
We in there.
I can't agree that size depicts power.
because is it?
Oh, indeed.
I can't agree with that, sis. I love you, but nah. It ain't. I don't think size has anything to do with power. Because again, sex starts in the mind. And, if you don't turn my mind on, I don't care what size your dick is. I'm just saying, it don't even matter. It don't matter. You could be swinging to your kneecap. I mean, if you're...
Can I get that message?
Message. If you don't stimulate my mind, nothing else responds. Period. Take it home. All of it. All little bit of it or all out of it. It don't matter.
And it's a known fact, too, that cortisol levels shut off everything else.
Right.
So the more the stress is happening, none of the other fluids can produce in the body.
Exactly.
If you gotta go get a damn shot, and a lot of people is gonna feel some type of way, but if you gotta take a pill, because I know there's a lot of pill poppers out there. Come
They don't need to be
bruh.
doing that.
Come on, bruh.
My uncle.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to be doing that.
They got herbs for that.
Right.
That's what my uncle
We
should
was just speaking about it. Like,
Man.
ain't no medicine in the
and
world
the
gonna kill the
mind-
That blue
natural.
rhino, it makes you go blind. He's blind.
See?
From using that too
mind
much.
controls
And I know some young dudes using
It's
that.
crazy.
So that's-
Like
because they don't think well. They don't
that
know how to
little
think.
pill,
We was talking about that on an earlier show. You have to control everything with your mind. How you think is how you show up in this world.
Yes.
It's how you show up in the bedroom. It's how you show up anywhere that you showing up. How you think. So if you ain't thinking correctly, it don't matter what you swinging. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about like the power of the D. Here's the thing: when a man is able to be in touch with himself and he is thinking correctly, he know how to lay it down. That's why some women is tripping and going crazy and busting windows and stuff out.
Spark plugging.
You know what I mean?
hey man, don't put me on blast like that.
Because he gave it to her.
Back in the day, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, snap.
That was
CPT
earlier. You
in the
missed all
house.
that. You missed all that. Spark plugs to the front window, to be exact. But continue.
Yeah, it's how he gave it to her based on how he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If he show up correctly, you ain't thinking about what size it is. You're in a zone. You ready to enjoy whatever he bringing because your mind is there.
So here's a question: if the power of the P is so superior,
Get the word right.
superior.
Hey, look, it got you tongue twisted. Cat got your tongue.
Man, Cat got my tongue for real.
Message.
He can have it.
Literally,
He can
the
have it and
cat
keep
got
it.
his tongue.
He
You
can have
understand?
it
I
and
told
keep
him the
it.
cat ruled the world. He ain't trying to hear me though.
He can, like a little yarn ball. Have it and keep it. But how do y'all become digmatized then? Like, how does that happen if the P is so powerful?
It's a mind thing, sir.
is.
If your mind connects with my mind, then my pussy responds. With what y'all call digmatized. That's what it does.
Oh,
But if your mind
make us
ain't
feel like we got some power.
well, if you connect with her mind, that's your power. Your dick will respond. I'm just saying. It's that simple.
Message.
Message.
And
They shooting.
we be even across the damn board here.
I mean,
Okay.
A question for y'all. Like, you a man. Every woman don't turn you on, even though she might be fine. I mean,
No.
she might be built, but what is it about her that turns you off, even though she's fine?
The action of us doing it, or the action of it being available, and it's like, okay, do I want to run through my options or do I want to just take what's right here? Because some men out there, they don't stop at just one in a day. So it's just like, if this could give me my quick nut that I'm looking for to get started for the day, cool, whatever. I just gotta look at the situation and see how I could deal with it afterwards, which a lot of men don't do. So
You're right.
That's
how they end up with crazies.
It's just depending on that man and if they want to do it. But for myself, like, it's not too much that I've hit that I didn't want to hit at some point. So it's just like I can't really touch on it like that. But I don't know. Ladies, put me in the scenario.
So you just gonna run up in anything that you?
No.
My question was very direct.
That's what I'm saying. Like I haven't just ran up into anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm very selective, especially now in life. I'm very, very, very selective with all the soul ties and things connected to it. Mm-hmm. So I just don't run up in there and party and have fun. In my younger days, I was still selective, but it was more a variety of selection.
But my question is,
I got you. Yeah. So, so for me on that end, I feel like what you said was a universal truth. Mm-hmm. For one, if the heart ain't in it, then it's a chance that I can leave when we finish. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's a whole nother thing that comes about when we got an intimate connection, when we able to be vulnerable with each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As opposed to being just physical with each other and just physical attraction. Be like, yeah, it might feel good for the moment, but you don't get you rob yourself of the complete experience.
Right.
Yeah. Is it ever just physical though? Because I used to always say like we might have met at the door and it was a physical thing, but afterwards it's just like, all right, there's some type of connection here, obviously.
Okay, I'm gonna say depending on how long you've been dealing with that individual. Like if it's like a first time type of thing, then that's a different conversation. But if you're involved with somebody and you got a chance to know them, then yeah, it can be a moment to where it can just be a physical, But I feel like it's the connection there.
Does it continue though? Because I've never had a one night stand. I've tried to plan it and I've tried to like be in that atmosphere, but afterwards it's always just like either you didn't came across some GP and it was just like I gotta have that some more, or you didn't gave off too much GD and she's just like I gotta have some more. So that
I guess it's preference on that end. For me, I hear you. Like it's the stimulation for me. I gotta be mentally involved with you. It gotta be something else going on besides the physical. Yeah, that's what's gonna make it. That's what's gonna make me even want to perform. Even like because it ain't just that.
Yeah. Listen, I've had conversations with grown folks. I'm the grownest one up in here, so I'm gonna tell y'all this. Young people, listen, take note. Get your notebooks out.
Here it is.
Hold on.
Here it is.
So you'll go through a stage in your life where you might think your dick is broke or your pussy is broke.
Shit, that shit broke. Shit.
Because you're with someone who doesn't stimulate your mind, and so so your body, your anatomy is not responding.
Libido is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you get to a place where you learn that, wait a minute, my pussy ain't broke.
I just wasn't using it right.
No, the person that you're sharing it with doesn't stimulate the start button.
They
he
wouldn't
couldn't
use
touch you without touching you.
Right. And that's so because the pussy ain't never gonna be broke.
Yeah.
Neither is the dick. God proved that with Abraham and Sarah, right?
Hey, a wise man told me, he said, if it don't get hard while you looking at her, she ain't the one.
Right. Message. Right. I believe that. If you ain't thinking about your dick when you at work or when you doing something else, and you thinking, "Ooh, when I get home." Whew, I mean,
yeah, real stuff.
Those moments happen because it starts here. It starts here. So we talking about power to P, power to D, but it's really power to mind. Come on through.
Well, I just want to tell you, if you get me hard like that, it's gonna be the power of the D winning every single time. And on that note, we're gonna go to commercial break. It's the Patio PolitiCz. Yeah.
You trust me? Come here. I want to help you ease your anxiety if you allow me to. I think it's magical how kisses slow down time. I can make your spirit move at the pace of the earth when your lips meet mine. Life is so much better when you slow down. We're so in a rush just to go nowhere when the best place to be is right here.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Good Lord Almighty, they done disrespected the D and brought out T. What's going on, T? What
up,
man?
y'all, man? I had to jump in on this one, man.
They
I was
done brought you
anticipating
from
this one.
behind the cam because they ain't putting respect on the ham. What is up?
Yeah, nah. It's time to be Trouble T this time, man.
Oh, they didn't trick it. They didn't trick it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody scared of you. Bring it.
You know,
Hey, don't come here. Don't come here drying up the coochie. Let's keep it wet. Let's keep it wet.
y'all do you, man. I'm a step out on faith here.
Oh, snap.
He got to step out on faith.
Nah, not even faith. Truth.
What they say that made you mad, T? What's up, man?
So first things first, the misperception that the P runs the world.
Oh,
That's
Child, here he go.
what you have to explain is that guys are not trained how to have dick discipline a lot of times. That's why I want to speak to the few guys out there who in your life have been able
don't approve that
to
message.
tell
Not at
multiple,
all.
not just one, tell multiple chicks that you was super attracted to no, and watch them a lot of times crumble. They can't handle it. Also, on the topic of dickmatized, I'm not, I'm gonna get in the flow of conversation. Let me not just go too much preaching, but no.
I
go
second
ahead.
that. Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
I mean, I said it there. It's not the case. Typically, when you're seeing that, you're looking at dudes who can't control themselves.
quick shooters.
One of the biggest life lessons for me, younger, was like telling somebody no and telling somebody no multiple times, and not to be manipulative either. It was literally because I was like just saying that, this is what I'm doing at this point in life, so I'm not going there. And the reaction was quite the opposite. I'm sitting here thinking that I'm gonna be the one, wanting for it more, and it actually turned her on more. And I've seen that happen multiple times. A lot of dudes won't experience that because they don't have discipline.
So your interpretation, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying because you had to say no and the woman was crumble, that mean that dick ruled the world?
I'm saying that most dudes
Tread lightly.
are moving from a place of lack of discipline. Meaning most dudes, discipline is not saying no to just any attractive woman. Discipline is being able to say no to that woman as well too, because your discipline matters more than just her body.
Correct. So are we talking about what rules the world, or are we talking about individual situations?
They shooting.
Well,
Oh,
if you look at
Because they
Queens
told
at the
me
front came with it.
This is, who rules the world?
well, I
Period.
guess if you're gonna talk about like most dudes, but if you talk about
So you would
dudes who
have
are-
to agree that pussy rules the world. Come
well,
on, come on.
well, hold on, because I got another way to
do
push
it.
back on that.
Don't do it.
You find more.
They already got two of us.
You find more dudes who are in power that have to exercise
You know what?
discipline.
Without saying a word, you told them that pussy is the winner in this situation. Because where were you when this show started? Where are you now?
I was told,
The pussy done brought you to the table.
oh no, bro,
We in charge.
you funny.
I mean,
You funny.
Just looking.
I mean, I'm not attacking.
Whooping this mother.
just looking at the facts as plain as put. I mean, but still, please defend us because they've been disrespecting the D. I'm gonna need them to love on the D a little bit.
No, we
Well,
love
the
it.
D is what
We
puts
do
life
love
into
it,
the
but y'all
P.
better
No life comes
understand
out of
where,
there.
where it said first over here. This is where this is where it's at over here first.
I mean, but
it's
what
the
us
life
first.
giver. Like a lot of women die of childbirth, like pushing out another life.
But without
in this
us
But that's
world.
not what
Like,
I'm not
you-
pushing against
It's
that.
just a lot. It's just
there's no life to put out without us putting it
I was about
into
to say,
you.
look
we
at-
put the life in there.
Oh my God.
We carry the life with us daily, 24/7. It's a sexual.
I mean,
let me ask y'all this question.
Y'all wasn't even complete until he made us. So I'm just saying.
Come
go
on.
ahead
Hey.
took from us
Well,
to
you know,
make
I
you.
mean, he did.
What you about to say?
He did tell the woman at the well, you know.
Get over here.
Have y'all ever seen the difference between somebody who, between a male and a woman when they haven't had none in a while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the emotions?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Whose emotions would you say are
More
Well, mine,
intact.
when they don't get a
more intense when it comes to that? And
Often out of
woman and the
control.
female.
Yeah.
It depends. It's an individual thing because what Mac was talking about earlier is a real thing. Like there is no such thing as one night stand because sex is not physical. It's never physical. I mean, the act of it is, but sex is a soul tie-in situation. I don't care who you laying with. That's why people that lay around with a whole bunch of people, they crazy as hell.
Crazy as hell.
Crazy
Soul
as hell.
ties.
Both man and women.
For sure that.
Man and woman. You
Exchanging all that energy with different bodies. Like,
Right,
nah,
you
we not
dipping.
doing that over here.
Right,
you
Like I
dip-
said
you
earlier,
dipping and
you
she
missed it. I said
receiving.
I'm a freak, not a hoe. You know.
Yeah, nah, real stuff.
difference.
It's exclusive.
I mean, are you
It's
a hoe?
exclusive.
Are you
It's
a hoe
quality,
for your
not quantity.
man?
For that only one. That's
Right.
the difference.
Okay,
Exactly.
Difference.
Exactly.
You know, that's when I
Boy,
wear everybody
terminology.
exchanging energies because
Yeah.
you don't know what they
Yeah.
carrying.
You don't.
You know?
But you'll know
I
when you
agree.
leave, though.
Yeah,
you
you definitely
right.
would.
Man.
You'd be
Be
going
right with
right out the door with it. Like, wait a minute, where you
You be
going?
trying to think how
Where
crazy.
your energy about to be
So,
in?
to answer Kendon's question, yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual. It depends on who they lay with, and how emotional they're going to be, how unstable they're going to be. You can always tell. Like, I can tell some of my girlfriends, I'll be like, yeah, you fucked that nigga, you did. You know how I know that?
So they try to hide it from you in college.
'Cause I know
you ain't do
him.
nothing with him.
And I'm like,
Girl, stop.
you acting like him. You don't hang out with him. I mean, y'all don't
Why
live
you tripping so
together,
hard on
why
what he doing?
Right.
All right, let me ask you a question then.
I was gonna
Okay,
ask you.
just from judging me, do it seem like I get something on the regular?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Shut
that. I
you
got
up.
that feeling
Nah.
with you too.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
a
would
little
say
while.
that you.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm taking that too. Like I ain't even gonna go in depth into it
Yeah,
though.
yeah, you ain't
But
got
I practice semen retention.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was gonna bring that
See,
up
and
too.
a lot of
That's
men
good.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's the
actually
discipline.
really good. You know it is good. It's good for them to do that.
But see,
Because when
it's-
you at it all day, it's just nah.
alchemy.
homie,
That's-
That's not.
It
that's
takes
the
it
energy
take
though.
away from your mental so
Yes.
much. Yes.
Everything, because you
know.
there's no balance.
That's the energy though, because I was gonna ask them to go around the table on this
And
side
you look like
and
you
give
be
the
low key
same.
with yours. Yeah, I'm
You-
calling
okay,
you out. You
okay.
Be,
What do you mean low key? I mean, I'm just,
T
you know,
low key
I'm
with
very-
it.
I'm
he
very
low key
peaceful.
with. He be low key trying to get it. Like
I'm scared to ask about me.
oh,
Damn
when
it.
they
Hey, look,
put
man.
themselves out
Practice
there.
discipline, y'all. Practice discipline.
He deflected.
Cause like I'm,
Hey, the P is intuition too. Got to tell you about that.
yeah, I'm with you on that semen retention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been looking into that more and more these last couple of months. It's just like, all right, I low key
It's
been
actually
doing
really
this.
beneficial for you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like
For
it
both.
really
Yeah.
is.
There's
For
more
both.
to it
For
than
both of
Yes,
us.
But
yes.
you see how
Because
that-
it
you
is
see how
women
that-
that go at it with they self like, girl, calm down a little.
Yeah.
You see how that energy,
Hypersexual.
Yeah.
Yes.
that energy just brought that out of her when she was just like, I feel like you get it at just whenever you want it. Like it's just like
I think the problem that most people don't exercise is they don't find the value in it because it's something similar to when you're getting in shape. You're not gonna see the results for a while. I know like the first time that I actually took that as an oath, like actually told myself, that was similar to the situation I was telling you about. And I was like, I'm noticing after months, I'm like, man, I got so much time left in the day. And I'm feeling stronger. And I can stay up late and get up early.
Yeah.
And then not only that, when chicks come at you, you actually want to say no because you're like, yo, I don't really want to mess this up.
Right.
Like I'm feeling like Superman right now.
girl,
And-
you don't get to
And
experience
people
these
see that.
superpowers.
People see that though.
Yeah.
It works the same with women.
Yeah.
It's the same because it's again, sex is not with the body. It's
It's an energy.
performed with the body, but it's here. And if you retain yourself, keep yourself, and share yourself sparingly, wisely, selectively, ain't no power like that.
Yeah.
Tell you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
Ain't no
semen
power like
retention, power of the D wins.
No.
I was about to know because it's really an energetic thing.
Yeah.
And it works equally.
Yeah.
For men and women.
Damn. Okay, I'm trying to get some points on the board for us, man.
I know.
I'm like,
we got
man,
viewers out there though. We can't steer the viewers
He
wrong.
is trying.
We can't steer the viewers.
Pick up on it.
Okay. So let me ask y'all a question then. I don't know if Mac went there yet. So talking about the original question was which one is stronger, right?
Yeah. Who wins? You know
ruled
what I'm
the
saying?
world?
All right.
Yeah.
So and then Miss Michelle,
Who
you
is
had a
more
different term
superior?
for digmatized, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then what would y'all say you seen worse in terms of somebody who's going crazy over one or the other?
You ever seen a pussy-baptized man? I ain't never
Right.
seen it.
Have you ever seen a digmatized woman?
I've seen
Yeah.
both.
I was about to say, I've seen both too.
I've seen
Yeah.
both, and both is crazy because again, it's back to what it is. You know what I mean? I done seen men kill women because another man
I
looked
seen
at
so many
her.
of these shows.
He looked at her. the man looked at her and, oh, you want him? Oh, you want, because he's
Lifetime
pussy
channel.
whoop. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
I didn't seen
But
chicks
when a woman
make
TV One
stigmatized, if
I've been
she
watching
just
a lot of
think that he is more attracted to another woman, she about to lose her mind and want to kill the woman in
You gotta
him.
watch who you lay with, child. It be real.
People crazy like that. But you gotta master your own energy and yes, even your sexuality.
I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, I've seen chicks drive across country.
He's triggered.
You know, for some.
Yeah.
I said he's triggered.
Driver
thought you was trying to put some points on the board.
What they do? Catch flights, catch a red eye
Money,
quick,
flights.
all that. Cancel all their plans.
Listen, when I was 16 or 15 or however, I was going out the window of the house.
I did that too.
You
And
know
my
what I'm
mama said
saying?
I ran down the street because my grandma stayed up the street.
Unless somebody in the window of my parents' house. Are you crazy?
The hell is y'all
like, so
sneaking
you was
away?
doing
My
like
bad.
the
No, it's
tie the
because I had
sheets and
15
covers and go
practice.
down.
I'm telling on myself.
The
years
power
later.
of the D got y'all jumping through second
Jumping
story
through windows.
No, because
It's
Running
not
down the street,
power of
asshole
the
naked like Smokey.
No, Mac, if you think about what it is, it's the power of the P, okay? It's what the pussy felt that made her want to go.
and I hopped out the window.
Okay.
Message.
Because
Hey, good
Come
one.
on now.
I hopped out the window because he wanted it, and I lied. Right.
Hold on.
The team practice, mama. Oh,
wait,
I can't
Miss
go right
Michelle.
now.
woman.
I thought other people's actions couldn't make you act on things and you had to.
It's not the other person's action. It's what she felt, how she experienced. Listen, if he gave her some dick, right, and it wasn't good, she ain't coming out the window.
Okay.
But if
she'll
she
be
liked
able to walk
it,
out
it's
the
what
door
she
like.
felt. It's your own personal experiences that make you react or act upon a thing.
But I don't think dudes
think-
put. I don't think dudes
responsible
put the
for
P
our
on a
own
pedestal
stuff.
if it's bad.
I think we just discovered the power of the D. The D don't lead from the front; it lead from the back.
Oh Lord.
Oh
It-
man,
No, he didn't.
I'm with you.
All right, Kay.
We leading from the back. Back shots.
Oh,
Back shots.
How you leave from the back?
Gosh.
I mean,
shots.
hey,
We're gonna give you
a lot of
the
them
keys.
like it.
We're gonna give you the keys. We're gonna let you take control. Gonna let you take the role, and then
And then what? And we are still in
Hit
charge.
the punchline.
We still in
The reason
charge.
we
Yes,
gave,
you
the
are still
reason
in
you
charge.
gave it to us because we was in charge from the
Right?
beginning.
Come on.
Are we addressing positions? Because I mean,
True
if you're on
that.
top,
Oh,
you're not
no,
really,
no,
you're not
no,
really
no,
in charge. You just
no,
let
hey,
them think you in
hey,
that
charge.
gotta
really was a
stay
chess
on.
move right there. For sure that.
That's a part of the topic. I mean,
That was
hey,
just
power of the P, power of the D. You know?
You
Man,
can talk about
just because you
position
up
if you
there, we
want
just
to.
letting you perceive control.
Can the P
That's
and
what
the
y'all
D
think. We let y'all think that too. It's okay.
come
Well, I mean, you gotta be
together?
It's
strong
really
enough to lift her.
attractive when we know you thinking that too.
Well, I mean,
Can the poussoir and the dangalang come together?
Let me explain
to-
something to y'all. Here's something y'all don't know. A woman can fake an orgasm and you'll believe that shit.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's some men out there that's done it.
I have.
How you fake an orgasm?
And I did that
Easy.
one time
Because,
for somebody.
because no-
I didn't like it.
no fat
I
means
just
you
had to
don't
start
you
telling
don't
them.
ejaculate.
Yeah, no more. We grown now.
For real.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was younger, you know,
I mean,
that
'cause,
puppy
you know,
love one. You
can't
thought it was gonna
fake
be
it.
better.
If you've ever done it for
Hey, I
real
straight up told him
before,
that.
then you know how to do it for fake. Because you know you just go through the same audio mannerisms, like, oh shit, girl, oh fuck, oh I'm about to, oh.
But she can feel it though. Ain't
I
that?
mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, you got to know how to
You
move
can't
that
fake
muscle.
it. You can't tell the
You know what I'm
water
saying?
from the wet. You don't know.
Yeah.
I
I think
I'm in
I'm
control
too
of my
well
muscle.
studied.
My muscle gonna be inside like
Bring one of them.
my muscle gonna give you one of these like I'm shooting and I'm done is what I am. I ain't shot nothing. I'm just done. But you know, it's just all about control.
He making
Control.
up something. That's movie material.
I'm too well
you ain't never
studied,
been
Miss Michelle. I'm too well studied.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, Kay. Like, if
Oh
when
my
you are in
God.
tune with your body, you know how to control certain muscles, and if you can make it jump, you can make it jump. That's
That
not a
doesn't
bad
mean
thing.
that don't mean that you okay, all right, okay.
My thing is if you know how to read a
Just
woman
give that one to him.
and you are doing things correctly, then why would she even at that point want to think about faking? The only reason she needs to think about faking is if you have no clue what the fuck you're doing.
No,
Get
she'll
out of
fake,
here.
she'll fake to
That's
feed
what I
your
go
ego.
back to the puppy
No.
love. He
No,
didn't know.
I'm talking about
If she
like,
don't know
that's
how
why I
to,
had to
if she don't
tell
know how to
him.
communicate that you ain't hitting it right, she'll tell you that you hit it right just to save your ego,
Right, now you
and
right.
then never
No,
fuck you again.
I didn't want to crush his
Right.
feelings. It was the
Okay.
first time too. I just really had to spare his feelings. But next time I told,
It ain't gonna.
might
It shouldn't be
change
no
it.
next time unless you just
can't tell
curious.
me
Like
that you're
because
faking
it wasn't
on me
really
if
that
you
it was
bad.
drive 2
puppy
hours
love.
to
I
me,
tried to
Miss
give him
Michelle.
another chance.
Say again.
You can't tell me you're faking on me if you would drive 2 hours to me at
Drive
1, 2 in
wait a
the 2 in the
minute.
morning.
No, she ain't
It's
driving
all
to you 2 hours to fake. No, she not.
That's what I'm saying. You're not doing it to fake.
You
It
must
could
be doing
be a
right
desperation
then if they
call
driving
too.
that.
Like everybody else didn't answer the phone.
No.
He
Do
2
y'all
hours
know
away. I
when
need
you're
my
that
fix.
desperate, you'll drive 2 hours because
Hey.
you're that desperate. You just gotta feel
No.
something.
It
It
was a
must be
joke.
worth it if you driving the 2 hours.
Thank you.
Dude said a joke. He said,
It gotta
It's
be worth it.
It's worth it.
It gotta be
worth
worth
Said
it.
bad
It's
nigga
worth it
call
if
you.
I'm driving 5 minutes. I ain't driving nowhere.
Come on.
Hey, it was a joke. It was a
I mean,
comedian,
yeah.
right? He said this joke. He said a bad nigga call you at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and you'll wake up with an attitude. Like, what you want? Da 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 da. He said, I think Tyrone or something like that. Then he said, good nigga call you, and then you'll wake up, act like you vacuum in the house, be like, oh yeah, I'm up, I'm doing whoop wop wop. I guess that says a lot about. You gonna know by somebody pulling up or if they not pulling up.
Hey man, I'm over here tallying the scores, and it look like we winning by a long slide.
Oh my gosh, please.
So we gonna let these women regroup and get their strategy right, so they could defend
That's
the power
that
of the
line dick
P.
right there.
While we-
Something else.
It's the Patio Politics. We will go to commercial real big. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yes. By the way, at my scorecard, we is killing the game, putting up stats.
Lies, he
Why is he
tell.
lying? Why is he lying?
Back on the patio,
On national
y'all.
TV.
But for real, to be perfectly honest, like I do agree with y'all as y'all say that the power of the P is superior, but there are things that I feel like without an assist from the D, y'all don't get to score as many points as y'all score. But how can, and I love that I get to keep saying this, how can we come together? I get a little dangling.
We want to do more of that. Yeah.
How can we come together to help build up each other's power equally so that we could just storm through it? You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
In what manner?
We were talking about it a little bit, we took our little break, but if I see that you have the potential to pour something into me that's going to enhance, build, make me better, then I'm going to receive it. That's respect.
Okay.
And vice versa. If I'm pouring into you, that's the reason, that's the power of relationship. You know, why am I going to be in a relationship with somebody who is not enhancing or making me better? You know what I mean? In areas that there's a balance there. I don't even want to talk to people that I can't learn from. I don't never want to be the smartest person in the room. That's
Bingo.
bullshit.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Ooh wee.
Message.
Yay.
I'm gonna say focus on the giving.
Yeah.
I believe that we focus on the giving. If both people come from that place, then 9 times out of 10, if you're giving from a full place. And if we do that, then we got a chance to overflow one another.
I love it.
And
What if you're a receiver and you just love receiving?
I think that's the chance to receive in the giving.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you won't get far with that.
You ain't going to get far with just being receiving all the time.
You hear that?
You must give in order to get.
You hear that, ladies?
when you
With the power of the P, you just can't be receiving all
Look
the
at-
time.
Just don't label them all.
Message.
I'm just gonna throw
Don't
them
shake
at
that.
No, it's true. But that's the attraction of life. Period. You give and you shall receive. Press down, shaking together, run over. If you don't give nothing, you listen.
Give and it shall be
So
given.
it's
You never
really
make
an
a
equal
deposit in the bank,
transition.
you can't make no withdrawal. It is
Yeah.
what it is. You don't set up an account, make a deposit, ain't gonna be no withdrawal.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no dividends, ain't gonna be none of that.
Yep.
No
interest.
increase, no nothing.
It's literally an equal transition of power.
No.
But you know, you wouldn't even let me finish.
Oh, man.
I was about to put you right back up on a higher pedestal.
No, it
but
ain't
before I
equal.
can get there, no.
It's not equal.
No. Why is it not equal?
It's not equal.
Because when y'all receive it, y'all turn it into something else
we
that we
do.
just
Absolutely. You said that. Absolutely.
Okay, hold on.
You have a seed. It worked. God done it in the spirit and then it manifests in the natural. You can't fight that. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
You got a seed in a sack, okay? Mm-hmm. We receive a seed and we give birth to a nation. You can't compete with that.
Y'all just produce the unseen.
Whatever the woman,
The unseen exists.
whatever that
Exactly.
the woman does, it like double it for that man
Indeed.
to make it better.
See, y'all in trouble
If
though.
she's in the right energy.
Y'all in
Right.
trouble.
If she is, yes.
Right.
'Cause-
Like a man can have a vision. He put it in his wife's head and she'll turn it into a whole phenomenon.
Wholeheartedly.
Especially if she
But that's the
behind you.
right, that's the
like
nature of a
support and all
woman.
that. Like it all
Not
comes
all
to
of
play.
them.
Not
You
all
gotta-
of
you
them,
gotta
but it's
teach
a
them. You can say
nature.
some.
It's a
She
nature
has to
of
understand.
a woman.
Y'all in
Some
trouble
women don't
now
tap
though.
into their nature.
Because we got AIs, you know what I'm saying? We got robots.
Lord.
They're being
No
taught feelings.
competition.
We
We're
got
gonna have
things,
feminine
we
AI
got things
soon.
taking
I'm
place in
unbothered.
factories and hospitals to where men gonna start
I am-
giving birth to.
I am
y'all-
unbothered.
And they're embracing it.
AI ain't gonna have no man swinging at the air.
Man.
Right. I am unbothered by the AI.
Man.
Okay. Let
Can't
that be known.
compete. Can't compete.
There's no competition. No. Please.
When do you think an individual recognizes the power of their P or their D? Like, when does that come about? Because you don't always know that you got the power. But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
what-
maturity.
That's
'Cause
Yeah.
I was
people
gonna
think
say,
power is.
maturity.
Self-respect
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I say in the
Yeah,
morning.
that right there. You said it. When you start to respect yourself, you know, you can't. A person that's swinging loosely, whether you're a man or a woman, you out there swinging loosely, you ain't got no respect for yourself and nobody else.
What if I go outside
done.
dancing?
Then you just dancing.
All right.
I mean,
You
okay,
ain't
let
doing
me
that.
ask y'all a question. I mean, y'all could chime in as you want. So even though earlier, you know, I was being trouble T about it, I can honestly say, like I've talked to other dudes and they haven't legitimately in their lives like told a chick that they were actually super attracted to, that they really, really wanted, like no, as a means of being disciplined to themselves. And so do y'all think that like that has something to do with understanding the value, you know, of
No.
it? Why not? Well, I wanted to ask them, but thank you. But go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
But
Y'all
go ahead,
can
go
answer.
ahead.
But my answer is
Because I want to hear yours too. Go ahead.
Okay.
Reiterate that for me.
Do you think it has to do with seeing the value, you know, of the D when you learn to say no to women as well? Oh. Not a manipulative manner, but I mean literally like as
Does it
discipline.
minimize
I'm
the power?
I'm gonna say yeah, but I'm not gonna limit it though to just the power of the D. I think that when we do that, we expose the potential of sex and letting it be known that it is much more than that. And I think that when we do that, because I've dealt with an individual who only dealt with a certain type of man before, and then exposing them to like, no, this ain't just what it's about.
Exactly.
I feel like we opened up something new. Like I didn't even know what was gonna come out of that. I feel like we opened up something new within that. But no doubt it did take me to.
discipline.
Yeah, you have to say no.
yourself.
Yeah.
But that's attractive.
Yeah.
When a
That's
man got
that's usually what
discipline,
happens.
Yeah.
That is where
like
the power
Which makes it worse.
It goes into play. Remember, like the 80-20 rule. Remember, like it goes into play with that. Like, damn, like, yeah, I can see that, but I know what I got over here. Like, and it's just like that's attractive. You know, like
Right.
It makes it hard. It makes it hard. Because you get to that scenario of just recognizing what you want to put yourself into and what you don't want to put yourself into.
Exactly.
Speaking as cleanly as I possibly can, which is very rare. But then within that, it just, you can't lose that attraction because it's just like, oh my God, like even if they've had it before, it's just like he really not gonna give it to me again. Like what the fuck is this? Like I'm gonna
that
stay
right there
here.
can be trippy.
Yeah.
You know that
is
right there can
is
be
that not
trippy.
being digmatized though? Because it's
But
just
that's being manipulative. That's what
Yeah.
Tyler.
But,
I was gonna say,
but
it's
I'm
not
talking about
digmatized.
not being manipulative. Because here's the thing, exactly what y'all said tends to happen all the time. They'll become more attractive, but then it's like you got to understand that this is not me being manipulative.
Right, that's
so
what
I
I'm
understand
saying.
you're going to feel that way.
what
by
if they don't
default.
understand it though?
Well,
I mean, I'm not them, so
Not your problem. Deal with your own issues.
well,
ladies.
okay, I'll put it this way.
Power to D.
I'm not coming from a place of doing anything, that's harm. And not only that, so for instance, one thing that you might get in a situation like that, especially from a person who's toxic, is they might try to call you gay. And I've noticed that that's kind of like the running excuse a lot of times because
they
don't-
can't imagine
Ooh,
that
girl,
you would
he ain't
say
hit
no.
yet. What
Well,
is he,
it's
gay?
like you got all these other thirsty cats in your DMs, and it's like, oh, but the one I want, he won't. And I'm like, but it's not manipulative. It's literally
not
like,
manipulative. That's a woman that doesn't understand respect.
Woman, and if
She
I'm
wants to be treated like a damn hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because she's used to that. When she meet a man who respects her like a queen, and he said, "No, let me get to know you, see if I even want to give you my dick."
yeah,
That right there should turn a real woman on.
like there's some gold right here,
know,
girl.
but she
But
also has
a
to
damn-
move in
You
that.
saying that there's some women out here saying you ain't even got to do all that.
Right.
But see, Miss Michelle,
because the
look-
woman
Yeah.
is
Some of
damaged.
those.
Yeah.
It's the woman that's damaged. But a man who is respecting himself in that way and being selective who he's going to plant his seed in.
Come on. Or even do something
But
with.
see, Miss
Right.
Michelle, going to what you're saying, even if she is turned on, the burden is still on her to still
Be patient.
act accordingly. Yeah, I was gonna say act accordingly.
Right.
Because what I've run into before is that like, okay, that's the predicament right off bat. Then it's like, okay, 3 weeks later, you still making aggressive attempps when it's like,
it don't listen. Who you are don't change 3 weeks later. Who you
Yeah.
are is who you are.
It's probably just
Period.
revealed.
Even
Right.
if you're
well,
still figuring
I'm not
out
saying
who
that you
are.
won't go through times when it might be hard to resist each other. Because even when you are,
When the attraction is there, sure, but the attraction doesn't take away the wisdom of what it is. You know what I'm saying? If a woman don't respect that a man is saying, "Hey, sure, I'm attracted to you. My dick is hard. You see it through my pants. Whatever the situation is, but I don't want to lay with you. But I don't want to lay with you yet. I want
was
to.
that?
I want to know what's in your mind. I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
So because I
Levels
already
to my
know
laugh.
clearly I see
felt
I'm
the
physically
power.
attracted to you, but
Yeah.
I'm not ready to connect that yet.
Right.
I want to know what I'm connecting to.
Right.
Is it real?
Right.
And a length of time go by, you either go, oh, that's who you are. Oh, that's who you are. Time tells everything. Time is a gift from God.
This
you
Long
understand?
John Gold about to take that fish from your soul.
But a real woman will wait and appreciate the wait.
Yeah,
Because the ride,
yeah.
the ride of, oh my God, if the way he turned my mind on, when he touched my body, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But
Watch
if
this.
he ain't turning my mind on,
I'm about to score a
crap.
point. I'm about to score a point.
Get a
for it.
point.
Y'all
Come
ready?
back with
Y'all
trying
ready?
to get a
You about
point.
to score a 3?
Y'all ready?
What-
That is the effects of being digmatized.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, without even
yes,
having
sir.
it.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
without revealing the dick, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
If you'll take that side of it.
He running with that.
You know when you feel like you ain't even got the ball yet. You still on defense. You like, ooh, I'm about to go down on the other side of the court, and it's fit to be wet. That was it just then.
Want the pickpocket.
My goodness.
Pickpocket the guard.
In closing, let's start from the left side going on to the right. How can we speak to those who need help in rebuilding themselves from being affected by the powers of the P and the powers of the D?
Okay, so I would say, let me see. As far as for women, like, we just need to, I don't know, like, can you help me out, sister?
You still digmatized?
Ask the
No.
question,
Somebody got
how
you.
do we reveal what now?
How do you help those heal that have been affected negatively by the power of the P and the power of the D?
How to help them heal?
Yes.
Oh, first of all, you just really have to take some time to love yourself, to be with yourself.
Yes.
How
A
deeply?
lot of people do not like themselves, and so they don't spend no time with them. they go from one dick to the next, one pussy to the next, because they don't like themselves.
Yes.
But I would encourage that person, if you want to find some healing, find yourself.
Yes.
That's where you're gonna.
That's
find
just
your
the words
healing.
I was trying to. Yes, find yourself. Make sure you take time for yourself. It's okay to be alone. Don't let people feel like, oh, well, you have to be with somebody.
You don't.
You know,
Yeah.
you can
You can be
be
with
a
toys.
satisfied single.
No, you don't
know
need to
what
be
I'm
with no
saying?
toys either.
Hey, when you want to. I'm just.
I'm just saying, you really
But
do
it's
need
like,
to take some time for
be
yourself.
in tune with yourself and be happy within, because it starts within first
Yeah.
before you try to find
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah, because then it is all about just.
And that goes
Sex,
for
you know.
giving the power of the P and
For
receiving
the P
power of
and
the
D,
D.
yes,
For the
men
P
can
and
find
D.
themselves. It's okay.
Okay. You can
It's
find yourself
okay.
too, fellas. not in that dark closet with a computer.
Not with every hoochie, and then you
With
might
a
end up in a situation, and now you got a baby on the way.
Man,
you never
come
know.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Fellas,
get caught
fellas.
up. Don't get caught up in these streets. It go both ways.
Man, I think that's all key, but it also is key to make sure that you set like a timeline for like what you're doing, because a lot of people get stuck in the whole I'm working on myself stage. So every time you see them, they say that, but it's like there's got to be a means to an end as well too. So like you take time to be alone, because what I've learned just looking at people in my life too is that a lot of people are really just hiding behind the I'm healing, or I went through that, so I'm taking time to myself, which is really them not wanting to confront having to deal with another person again.
Sometimes,
because
yeah.
they get out of the state of comfortability, because being alone for a lot of people is a trauma response to, well, at least if I don't go out in the world, then I don't have to deal with, which means I don't have to put myself in the line of fire. But it's like, in order for me to get what I want, I have to risk something. And a lot of people never actually get out of that phase. So I would say everything you said is correct, but also you can't judge the timeline of when you will heal, but you should ideally set a period of time. If it's been 7 years and you like still,
You ain't been working.
exactly.
You just been lying.
And I know a lot of people, I don't say a lot of people, a few individuals in my life that I had some sensitive convos with lately who are always saying, I'm doing the work. So when I pushed back before, and I was like, what work are you doing?
Right.
What have you worked on?
you
Because
know,
I'm like,
Ty,
you could still be healing and riding another dick.
A person that is has to announce that they are working on themselves, probably not.
They're not working.
Right.
They're not working.
You ain't got to announce it, because when you do self-work,
It'll be seen.
you just do self.
It's an
It'll
action.
be shown. You'll
You know.
feel different.
You are different. You show up different, and people see the difference.
Message.
Killer
I
K.
agree with that one.
Man, piggybacking off everybody, when we speak of healing, a lot of times we never know truthfully that we heal unless we met with the same triggers
Bingo.
that then expose you to why you needed to be healed
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah.
So, like realistically, for me as a man, if you trying to redo or undo whatever was done to you from me on a female basis, I say waking up in the morning, calisthenics, doing a lot of working out. If you got a talent, indulging in your talent. And when you do find yourself wanting to be around the presence of a woman, I feel like these are the type of things that help keep you disciplined when your energy starts to take off and wanting to go other ways, where you'll have an outlet for the sexual expression. And in order to express yourself sexually doesn't always have to be done through the act of sex. It can be done through working out, because what it is that it's energy that
Fact.
needs to leave your body.
Transmutation.
It can be breathing,
That's
breathing
a fact.
exercises, meditation. Message. And it can be being around your family, being around loved ones, people who support you. Yeah, that's just a few. Hit me up if you really need that.
Man,
Way
okay.
of the superior man.
I wanted to hit messages
Message.
all through that and everything. Like, I couldn't have put it in any better words. So since I couldn't have put it in any better words, I'm gonna just say this right here, right now. Like, the pussy, sweet pussy got power. And I recognize that.
I respect it.
I recognize that, and I respect it. Kudos to you, ladies. But the man was put here first.
Oh,
so you know
Lord,
what I'm saying.
here he go.
The Dangalang built the
Oh, we got a
foundation
song
that y'all came.
We got multiple songs.
Yeah,
of us.
y'all
Okay.
might. I'm gonna write another one. I'm gonna add to the collection. I'm
It's a
gonna write
man's
another
world,
one.
but a woman make it go round.
Man's world.
And we still gonna treat it.
But
We still gonna be good to it. ladies.
Without a woman. Better know.
We built a strong
Guess what?
foundation.
We be fighting a whole lot of wars amongst each other too if it wasn't here. So
We built
We
a strong
respect it.
foundation for y'all to come and build upon, but y'all built some greatness
Lord.
upon it, and we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Power to P, power to D. I don't know about y'all, but I say we went, you know what I'm saying? But it's the patio politics,
It's
you know what I'm
always good.
saying?
We love y'all. We love the men.
Shout out to
Appreciate the queen.
Miss Michelle,
Right, the king.
Guy King Kendon, Trouble T Mills. Shout outs to all of our sponsors, the Legato Collection. You know what I'm saying? Rob Naylor, No Bad Energy.
No Bad Energy.
You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to G. Lou, Creative Educare. Y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this thing with everywhere, everybody. Continue the conversation in the comment section. Y'all already know how you do. It's been the Patio Politics. We've been underneath this thing, getting dirty with that knowledge. We hope y'all picked up something to take with you. But we fit to bounce up out of here like.
Yay.